10 seasons already. Hello everyone and welcome to Phobia Season 10. This season we're going to be doing a throwback of one of our most popular seasons, Phobia Season 3. And once again, we'll be doing Pyrophobia. Rick, if you'd like to go over the game mode.
Okay, so Pyrophobia is basically all water and ice on the map is... What the fuck?! All water and ice on the map is replaced with lava. So basically, you cannot put yourself out if you catch on fire. You can still get Obsidian because it generates naturally, replaces some redstone and lapis, I believe. Sugarcane can also drop from trees because sometimes, you know, there's no water, so they pop off and go away and no one can get it. Song is dancing in front of me, sorry. Thanks for the message, Cass. In addition to the original Pyrophobia game mode, in this throwback season, we're going to be doing Kings as well in a game mode called Fire Kings. So, okay, shut up. So, one player on each team is the king. The king gets so the king is a leader, right? And they get all sort of special powers, right? Like strength, resistance, and fire resistance too, I believe, right? Is that a thing? That's a thing, right? Okay, so and they also get 20 hearts. But if the king on a team dies, everyone else on the team is set on fire. Remember, it's Pyrophobia, spooky fire. You can't put yourself out. Ooh. Okay, so Crimson, go ahead and you introduce the teams and the players, my man, my dog.
Okay, I'll do that. So this season we have 6 teams of 4. The teams were based on the original Season 3 teams, but they were built upon by myself and Tommy. So we have the first team here, first team in both order of introduction and eventual placement in the game. Myself, Shut Up Brick, Beargasms, and our king, Chasmic, new player, who's a sub this season. Hey Chasmic, hey, how you doing? It's not Boy Setterus, unfortunately. Then we have the second team, which is team not MLG. We've got Glitchy, the king, only person from his original team who is able to make it. We have Michael, a dumb name. BJ Plays, Bacano, he's down here. He's trying to be sneaky. And then we've got this team. This is quite a team, I tell you. We've got Tommy SX, X Cass, got returner Mr. Team Raven, and Scottish Nutcase returning as king. Team Catching Fire couldn't catch many of their old players, but they did catch a disease, and that disease is King Balone. They've also got Zero, Substitute Longavita, and new player Baby R, also a substitute. And then we've got the blue team. This is the additional team that we just added. Thin White Male, newcomer. KTR Bot, King, newcomer. And we've got these two dweebs. Ugh, just look at them. I'm not doing even get an introduction.
Wow, you showed them.
Just look at them. We've got the King of the Yellows, Kakensi. Spirit Shire. Shut up, please. Kirby MD. And wait. This team only has 3 players.
I can't believe.
Wait,
I can't believe
hold
it.
on.
Who isn't here?
Leon, can you try
forget someone.
command?
I really can't believe it.
Leon, do something.
I can't believe I can't believe I wasted 2+ months organising that stupid season. Things ruined.
That's why I don't play Reddit, honestly.
That's why I hate Reddit. Let me go back. Forgive me, Phobia.
Hope you guys like that. 5 minutes of thought went into that.
Oh, in addition to that, we've also got Fluesmaker. He's up here. He's going to be providing a spectator.
He's a spectacle.
Perspective season. Yeah. Okay. So, Rick, if you want to go over the rules of this game.
Yeah, I don't have the page written, so let's see if I can memorize them. So let's see. So we got what's the map? 2K by 2K? Yeah. 120-minute game. Meet up at episode 7. Fulbright is not allowed.
Yeah, it's 2K, but yeah.
Fulbright is not allowed. You can use outline doors. Horses are what? Are they disabled? Are they enabled? Who knows? Find out next time.
Donkeys are on. Horses are on.
What else? Oh, flame and fire aspect are both disabled. I know a lot of people have probably been thinking about that because that would obviously be very broken. So, no flame or fire aspect. Anything else? PvP? I don't think that you can use any flame or fire aspect books.
There's 29%.
Okay.
PvP 20 minutes in, no stalking or anything before that, obviously. And
Yeah, no.
How do we get
thermite
lapis? How do
whatsoever.
we get lapis?
So lapis, there's still lapis on the map. It's not all replaced with obsidian.
Okay.
Okay,
Sick
and
as
also,
fuck.
as Raven asked earlier, yeah, it's not. I believe it isn't a guaranteed death if your king dies.
Yeah,
I believe if you
still
have healing, you're fine. Not necessarily fine, but
yeah, that's
you can
pretty much
survive. And thanks for intro. Bye.
There's a fire in the
Welcome to Phobia Season 10, the spectator perspective. And as you see, Pink Team started right over here. And the reason I chose this starting location, right after the final heal, and Drizzle took first damage. Well done, Andrizzle. Is because Glitchy Rainbow's team, right here, started right here. And of course, Glitchy is AFK. So, no, I'm not gonna tell him, but his teammates start off right here, and they're off and about, and they'll probably meet Pink Team, or see each other rather soon. But here it is. That's what the setup is. It's Kings and it's Pyrophobia. Those are the two main game modes. And as you can see in Purple Team, there is a man by the name of Zero, and he is Bulgarian, and he is the only living winner. He's the only player to have won Season 3, the other Phobia season that was Pyrophobia, that is playing this game. His other teammates in victory that season, on Season 3, they're not playing, so we're going to have a minimum of 3 new Pyrophobia winners. Even though we could have winners that have already won Phobia before, we're at least going to have new winners for Pyrophobia, a minimum of 3 of them. Now, I would say I'm not actually entirely sure of Balloon's skill level. There are some players that I'm not as familiar with as others, as I haven't played too many games with them. But the fact he's been placed as a king tends to hint that he might not be like a shut-up brick level, let's just say. And that he might be one of in the weaker tier, usually in straight-up PvP. Now, as you can see, he's got fire resistance. All the kings have fire resistance, and that's going to be useful for them, but their minions are going to have a tough time. And of course, we'll take time to notice that Mr. Team Raven took fall damage, and there's no water buckets in Pyrophobia, so expect a lot of fall damage this season. But of course, you can't stop your fall with a water bucket, because water buckets do not exist. Oh, Glitchy, don't fall in there. Don't fall in there. You may have... I wouldn't even dare jump into the pool of lava. Just in case, you know, you don't want to push your luck. But the idea, of course, in a first episode, is going to be to get reeds, and as you can see, the reeds, all the lakes have been replaced with lava. So reeds normally, unlike those over there, normally they're not supposed. They kind of pop off and despawn, even though those over there are still there. It would normally make it very difficult to get reeds. So the game mode has it so that reeds fall from the trees when you cut them. And that's how several of the players will be able to get reeds like this. So after that, all they need is to find leather, some cows, some horses, some donkeys, whatever, and they'll be able to get books. Now, I forgot to ask the command to check in inventories. If I right-click... Yeah, okay, there you go. That's Short Gamer's inventory. We can see he's already equipped to get the enchants. By I mean he has a book. And, well, we get a meeting... All right, that was an important message. As they exchange screenies. And of course, we have some players who are already busy mining, and that's because perhaps they have a player selector. I didn't even notice that. So there's Crimson's. How do I get the player selector? Like this? Okay. Let's see where. Whoa, I don't have every player. Let's see where Fukano is at. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to subtitle this spectator perspective in French for Fukano's viewers, but hopefully you're gonna be able to watch the spectator perspective regardless, to see how your favorite little Arcanine is faring compared to the competition, compared to his teammates. He doesn't seem to have reeds yet, but he's sure to get some as he's cutting trees. And he doesn't have any leathers, but he does have a book, so he's set. He is set. And Kakantis is taking all manners of damage. You're bad, Kakantis. Oh no! Oh no! Kak. Oh! We're the zombie looking at Kak. This is bad because he's actually gonna die now. I think he clearly. There you go. And 2 players are on fire. How do I get out of this? Oh, there we go. Well, this was terrible for Kakantis. I don't know if he's going to be able to be respawned or something, but hopefully, okay, yeah, he's going to be respawned. That's good. Because that was clearly not a legit death. But Speedo, I thought he took fire damage. Speedo, fire. What's happening? Kirby. What about Kirby? Kirby's at 100 as well, so they didn't take fire damage? What's going on? Well, that will require some explaining, I guess. Maybe you in the comments can figure out what happened there in the spec info and what that was all about. But there you go, Scottish Nutcase, who's also been crowned king. He used to be a pretty good player. He appeared rather rusty in the arena. Perhaps he hasn't played enough recently, because there's a lot of players who have fallen out of the habit of playing, and they're very rusty. And especially in a game mode, well done, Brick, in a game mode where it's important to be very cautious in terms of a short gamer, in terms of PvE. And the Pyrophobia changes a lot of things because there's no water, and it changes things tactically. Kings also changes things tactically because the important player to kill is indeed a Scottish Nutcase, or any king of their teams, because once they die, every other player on the team is set ablaze, a fire they can't put out. It should amount to losing about 8 hearts. So if they have a lot of healing, they can survive. But of course, it's kind of hard. They are at quite a disadvantage, even if they do survive. Well, of course, I teleport right to Tommy and to Short Gamer. And Mr. Team Raven, who is one of those rusty players, as we can see, he's taken damage already. Well done, Mr. Team Raven. It's probably mostly fall damage. Remember, he did take fall damage. I don't know what the other damage was, because I can't have eyes everywhere, and I can't spot every single damage, especially when other things are happening. That's why it's important to check out all the other team perspectives, what the teammates are up to, and everything. But in episode 1, roughly about every player should be fairly able to get set up and start caving, usually when the sun sets, if not a little later. Some players might be tempted to stay on the surface a little longer to try and lure spiders into giving them strings. That's sometimes a viable strategy, or sometimes just in an effort to look for the best cave they can. Now, Brick is staircasing here, and he might fall into lava here, so... But I assume he has heard the spider, so he knows he's heading somewhere where there's a cave in the area. You can see he's wearing his Team Smagma suit, and he has seen the lava. He's not falling for it. He has seen the lava. And so he has found a cave at diamond level. It's inhabited by a lot of mobs. And as you can see, they have fire resistance. So skellies stuck in a pool of lava could be a really, really big problem to tackle for the players. But Brick here is going to have to... he's going to have a strange cave to negotiate. I don't see any immediate diamonds in the area. But it's a cave that's still somewhat promising, provided he survives the PvE. Again, there's a lot of skellies that could prove tricky to defeat. Let's just see what the defending winner, so to speak, Zero, is up to. He died, of course, in Season 3. Didn't make it quite all the way to the end, but he is the one winner of Season 3 that is playing. Who just took fall damage? Scottish Nutcase, the Stewart, might be the first king to have taken damage. That's what it appears like. It appears to be the case. And Zero doesn't look like he's above the best cave system in the world. So, too bad for him. Glitchy Rainbow just followed suit, took some damage as well. This is not derpy at all. Well done, guys. You can tell that some teams have the best priorities that one could hope for. Well done, Berg. Well done. Hopefully, April will liven up the commentary and make things a lot more pleasant than just being stuck with listening to Berg alone. And here is Cacantis. It should be noted, it's important, that Cacantis defecates in public pools. This is a true fact that he will indeed be forced to admit to if he doesn't want to lie. It's one of these things that he's proud of. It's one of his lifetime achievements, because I must say, defecating in public pools is still on my bucket list. I didn't know until right now that it was on my bucket list. But I'm hoping that I live to be really old and incontinent, and that will be my excuse. In a Florida retirement home pool, and that's where I'm going to defecate, in a public pool. I think people would be a lot more forgiving of an old man with with bowel issues. Well, there you have it. Cacantis now finally having his revenge against the zombie that killed him while he was lagging out. Now, Thin White Male, Jamie here, a new player to Phobia. He's also he's a fairly skilled PvPer, so expect to see, him be able to land a few shots with a bow. His cave system appears to be unimpressive, so don't expect him to get all the diamonds straight away. Apparently I'm not teleporting. Okay, there you go. Random TP to Mr. Team Raven, who is digging down into... It's not the best place. He's not going to find a whole lot. Kirby is fighting spiders, and it was a tussle. It was a difficult tussle. Alright, apparently the teleportation is... the teleportation is a little bit tricky here. He's got... Oh, well, of course he's got snowballs. So he's all set. He's got snowballs. Okay, the random TP appears to be... Oh, a little bit offline. No, it wasn't. But Andrizzle is on a P break. Exciting action. Tommy is mining iron, setting up for that full iron. He's still rather high up in the cave system. Shut Up Brick, as expected, we saw in the cave earlier. He's having a little bit of trouble with the caves. Tommy might end up finding this. This is possible. It's a skelly spawner. I don't know if we can check what's inside, but it's nothing big. Nothing big. And Scottish Nutcase. And really, the skellies who are stuck in lava, I bet those are the guys who are doing most of the damage. Oh, Scottish Nutcase is below Tommy, as it turns out. Oh. So they're pretty close. They're pretty close by. Again, I was saying it wasn't going to be the cave of the century, and look at how quickly you can get elsewhere. Now, Short Gamer is it appears to be the first to mine some gold in this episode. I think we know that Brick had gold in his cave, but I think he hasn't made the pick quite yet, and hence why Short Gamer beat him to it. All right, let's see where Kirby is. Kirby is smelting. Let's see where Balone is. Balone is looking at a wall of furnaces, also getting geared up for further exploration. He's got a decent-looking ravine around him. So long live the king. But yeah, he might end up being somewhat limited in his explorations. It depends on how well the caves line up with each other. And that's the luck of the draw when you cave, right? Let's go check out newcomer Mikhail. I'm not familiar with this player really at all. I'm told that he's like an uglier version of Green Galaxy, which I suppose... I mean, yeah. Green Galaxy was kind of a hunk. So I'm not surprised that Mikhail would be uglier. I hear the playstyles are somewhat similar, though. So if you were a fan and are a fan of Green Galaxy, you might not completely hate Mikhail. He's digging past the cave, but I think he'll find it on the way back down. At this point, but yeah, new player to the community. We're very welcoming in UHCs. Anyone who's has got an interesting perspective to give us. BBR here with the first diamonds. Let me check BBR. I can't recognize his head really quickly. But there we go. He found one diamond, and it looks like it might have been a little bit tricky to get. But how did he get the diamond but not the gold? No, he's got the pick. Why didn't he get the gold then? Okay. I guess that was not a priority. What's happening? What's happening? Well, I am not in BBR's mind. Maybe he missed the gold. I don't know. Or he's prioritizing lighting up the cave because he doesn't want to. He doesn't want too many mobs spawning in his direct vicinity. But there you go. I think that is the first diamond. And Mikhail just fell. I don't know if my let's go visit Longa Vita, who is in a large cave. He has not taken any damage yet. So good for Longa Vita. Because we know sometimes in game modes like Nightmare mode and so on, and those can be a little bit overwhelming for this lucky caver, who doesn't play... He basically only plays in recorded rounds. So it's the type of player that gets a little bit rusty in his caving, a little bit rusty in his PvP, and makes things a little more complicated sometimes in terms of optimal performance. However, in terms of entertainment value, I think that does not hurt at all. So apparently I broke the random teleportation thing because... Oh, no, okay. I random TP'd to Speedo now. All right, well, go figure. I'll figure things out at some point. Trust me, I won't. I will not. Oh, well, the Zero here is getting all the diamonds, as is Scottish Nutcase. And both of these guys will be able to get enchants for their teams. So here, a game-winning move, potentially, for both of them. Of course, these are teams of 4. So we do expect them to be able to find enchants rather reliably. Because there's so many players involved in the search for diamonds. Sometimes when you're a solo, you can be rather unlucky and it can take a long while to find what you need to get enchanted, but usually with 3 other persons helping you, you can find everything, like the lapis, or the gold, or the diamonds, everything you need. That's the end of this episode. Please come back for episode 2 of Phobia Season 10.